Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome and thank you for being here. We are just going to make some jewelry. I have some things that I want to use up and have ready for this coming weekend. I'm excited. Yes, I know some of these are bad and Halloween, but if you are a spooky person, you don't care. Let me put it that way. And besides, bats are just lovely little creatures. Um, I have out things to make this necklace. I had these from last year. Oh, please, please bring back these bundles of beads. Look at these. I was trying to find a color to go with this cute Czech glass elephant. I opened my drawer and that was staring me in the face. I was like, how perfect. And then I have these labradorite tiny 2mm to accent my elephant. I have lava beads. That's all for that project. We have bats to make a necklace and all the goodies to go with everything here. Then we have the earrings here. We're going to do the bats first because I think they'll be easier. And I did not get out beads to do the bats with, but you know what? I have a whole tray of beads next to me. We will utilize those to make the bat necklace. And you know what? Something's telling me just put him on chain. So many of my people that buy from me, they really don't want a beaded necklace. I want all that, but so many people don't. And the people that are going to want this little Batty, I don't think they're going to want anything with him. Let's just put him on chain. I think he'll be lovely that way. So I think we're just going to do it. But gosh, I really would like to put something beside him. Besides just a little bat. How about we bead just a short section with spacer beads. What have I got to go with him? What have I got in spacer beads we could do? We could do just a short little section with spacer beads. How about that? Yeah, let's do that so he has something. And then chain. Let's do those. And now I wish I had some bigger silver. I don't though. And then we will just do like one, two, three, 1, 2, 3, like that. Just a tiny, tiny little section. And then of course I will need a couple of these. You see how quickly I changed my mind? But that's okay. We can do that. That's empty. I just uploaded a video for today. And this video is for tomorrow. There's that. Let's get that bat done and get all that out of our way. And we'll work on the bat necklace first. Can you see me okay? Sure. All right. Where's my silver? Let's go with this Beetle on Bright 0.38 millimeter. It's 7 strand. We don't need a whole lot of this. And of course, we're going to need to put him, I might go get a bail. I don't want him riding directly on. Let me cut off a length of this wire first. Then I'll pause you and go get my container that has the bails and get just a small bail. Okay, now we're good to go. And I'm going to clamp off this end. Well, let's not. I already know what I'm doing. So I'm going to, because I know how I've got this set up, we're going to put on our clamshell and our crimp tube. And we're going to go ahead and get the clippers out of our way because we don't need them. We are not going to crimp it. We're going to just mash it. Bring it towards the very end. And we're going to just mash that crimp tube down. Make sure it's going to stay. Bring our clamshell back up and close it. And then we're going to give it a little hug. We're going to make sure that they're crimped together. And then we're just going to bead. We're putting just a few beads on to help accent the little bat. If I can pick them up to, I'm doing 3 of the 3.2 millimeter spacers. One of these large spacers. These are all from P.O Box Bargains, the sister site, and so is the little bat. 2, 3. So far that's what we have. Another big spacer. Those spacers were kind of expensive. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm putting on my bail. Now my bail and my bat are going to be facing the same way, so I will need a jump ring there. And then I'm going to finish putting the other side on. Oh my goodness, it goes right up under that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to need to put something under there or something bigger right there. Okay, let's back this up. They disappear underneath the bail. So I need something bigger here. How about, where are they? These. Let's get 2 of these. There we go. I should have looked. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I looked because I realized I have an extra bead out there and I didn't know if I put one out there or if I missed one. It's a good thing that happened, or I would have, see, it looks like I missed one. So I want to count them again. There's 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. oops, put my 3 on. I apparently only had 2 on. 1, 2, 3, the big bead, 1, 2. Oh my goodness, I did it again, guys. I need this. Whoops, put the bail back on. Spacer. Now count out 3. I am so sorry. My head is not where it's supposed to be. I'm so sorry. 2. And I have a raging headache this morning. That's not helping. So there's 3 and 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Big spacer. 1, 2. Come on, little dude. 3. Big spacer. If I have to take this apart again, I'll cry. Oh. 1, 2, and 3. So there's what it come out to be. Get a hold of it like that. Well, he doesn't want to lay the way I want him to. And I'm going to put my clamshell on. Oops, we're going to open it up because I got to reach in there. Put on our final crimp tube. That took way longer than it needed to. And I'm going to reach down in there with my pliers into that clamshell, push down against the clamshell after I grab that crimp tube, and squeeze that crimp tube shut. Once I'm sure I got that crimp tube shut, I'm going to make sure that there's no gaps for the wire to escape. I'm going to give it a tug test. It's on there tight. Get my clippers, come down in here, and I'm going to clip that wire off, but you want to make sure you leave a little bit sticking beyond the crimp tube. There we go. I'm going to close it. Give it a hug. Give this a nice good squeeze. Now we're going to grab a jump ring. And we may need a bigger jump ring because that is kind of thick. We'll find out. They're both thick, so let's go ahead and grab a 6mm out of here because I can guarantee you I already struggle with the thickness of that, so let's not even struggle any more than we already have this morning. So we're going to use a 6mm. It's good. It'll give it more room to swing. We're going to put it on. We're going to put on our piece of necklace that we made, our little segment, and we're going to close this. Close it up. Make sure it's closed up properly. And there's our dangling little bat. I think that looks much better than just straight on the chain. Now, this is only going to measure like maybe 4 inches. Very close, 3.5. So I need roughly 3.5, 19, 18 inches of chain. So I got my chain here. Oops, it hung up on something. So I'm going to cut off two 9-inch strips. Find my wire cutters. There's one. And I'm saying 18 because I'm going to be putting on 2 small jump rings and a bigger jump ring and a clasp. That's going to give it like a 23-inch length of chain. So there's my 2 pieces of chain. Let's go ahead and assemble him. So we're going to put on 2 of the little jump rings and a lobster on this end. So we're going to take a hold of our jump ring. We're going to twist it open. Put on our necklace, the focal part, and put on the chain. Get a hold of this and close it. I am checking to make sure it's closed good, and I missed. And then I'm going to come over here, another small jump ring, open, chain, lobster, close it, now the other side is going to get a 4mm, put the chain on, and a 6mm for the jump ring for the lobster to hook into. Again, we're going to open it, the necklace segment, the chain, if it'll agree with me, and just go on. Thank you. Perfect. And the 6mm open, chain, and close. Perfect. How cute is that? Now let's go ahead and make earrings to go with it. Now the ear wires will hang like this, and they will hang directly on. So we don't need to add any extra jump rings unless you want them to dangle down. And I think we'll be fine. We'll see how they dangle. If they dangle freely, I won't add jump rings. If you add jump rings, you have to add 2. They dangle pretty good, so we'll go with that. And we have made a very simple pair of earrings to match that necklace. And it's not closed. There we go. So there's the earrings. Cute, cute, cute. We'll lay them with the necklace. Now let's go on to the butterflies. The very first pair is going to be easy, and we're just adding the butterflies to the earrings. But the little loop is way down on the butterfly. It is in the right position, but when you go to put these on, I don't think it'll work right. We will go ahead and, well, actually, it's not in the right position. So we're going to have to just close that back up. Make sure it's closed tight. We're going to add a jump ring. I actually looked at it wrong. We're going to add a jump ring. I lost my other tool. And we're going to put the butterfly. Wow, it's really, really thick. I want to move that away from my tool. Am I in it? I'm having problems with depth perception right now, so bear with me. He's on. Let's close this up. Well, let's go ahead and put the ear wire on and see how it looks. He hangs wrong. He is not going to make a very good earring. He just dangles down. I was wondering. They do have these two. Let's undo this because they do have these two little loops. Did you see those? So my other thought won't probably work either. Let's lay that down. My other thought is to take chain and dangle these two together. But if they won't work that way, let me get a hold of this. They're not going to hang the way I thought they would either on chains. So let's just try this and see what happens. And my thought was it would work if I could get my butterfly to hang upright. Let's try with a 6mm at the top of the butterfly. Oh my goodness, come on, fingers. If I can get this to go through. No, it's too big. The jump ring is too big. Okay, this was my thought. This is what I thought would happen. Oh, we'll try it, but I think it's going to hang wrong. I'll show you my thought process, but it may not work. Just so you know, these links, there's 6 links long. Come on, little piece of chain, go over that, please. We don't need to struggle with this, honest. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. I am struggling to put this chain. There we go. And then my thought was putting it like this. Whoops. Oh, it's got to be open farther. This was my thought process right here. And I bet it's not going to work. But I'm going to leave this in the video, so if you guys... Are you kidding? How'd that chain sneak out of there? Because it wanted to, right? This is my thought process. Yeah. It was a thought. It was, so it should have looked like this, but the positioning of those little, yeah. Okay. That did not work, but that's okay. We will move on from that idea and set that all aside, and I will work at that some other time. Not on video. Let's go to this beautiful little elephant. He's adorable. And we're going to make a drop pendant first. I gotta grab a baggie because once I open them... Oh, you know what? I don't need to grab a baggie. I am not sure what I did with my empty, unfilled little strip. I laid him down, and I don't want to put beads in. Now's a good time to start my little tinies in one of these. So let me get this open. Guys, yesterday, I used up so many beads that I was able to combine two of my 15 grid organizers into one. I was so stoked. Okay. Once I get these open, I can now put them... I'm only going to use a couple. I might just get a few out. Put them throughout the whole piece, like that. The rest can go in these. I love these organizers. I hope to get more. Come on, get them all down there. I can get them off. I'm sorry this is taking forever, guys, but oops, that one's going the wrong way. Come on, beads. Why are you struggling with me? Everything's been a struggle lately. I'm sorry, guys. I have them off there. Then close them up and I won't lose them. All right, let's make a drop with this. I want to use one of these, one more. Come on. Let's see how that looks. I don't like that light blue in there. I really don't. Trying to relax and let this go on. Maybe just one. Yeah, just one. This one, that's all I want. And I'm going to make a tiny loop. I'm putting my finger up against the bottom. I am going to cut off what I don't need. I don't want too big of a loop, but it does have to go through my bail. About there. And I'm going to grab my round nose pliers and I'm going to start bending backwards. Release, bend a little more, come to the back, and bring my loop around. I may have made it too short. And then close it. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on there. I'm going to open, just like a jump ring, put it on my bail, and I'm going to close it just like a jump ring. Yeah, I made it too small. Maybe not. Maybe not. It's closed and it swings freely. Perfect, perfect. So there is my focal. I am going to get off because I'm not sure. Well, if I leave this loose, it will take off on me because I have no way to stop the wire from unraveling. And I had that happen with my purple yesterday. This wire came from BB Craft in a 10-pack. This is like 12 inches. I don't think I'm going to bead any more than that. Oh, let's go one more round. I could always use it for something else. I'll tell you how much I've cut off here in a second. I'm going to give it a little nip right there. I love this deep blue color. All right. So here is my elephant. We are going to put, I'm going to take this little kinky end off. Lay them right here in front of me. I was going to tell you how much I cut off, so you all knew. I cut off about 19 inches. That's more than enough. I am going to clip off one end. I'm putting my elephant on. He's going to be in the center. And I want these, I guess I could have cut off a little bit more. I didn't realize there was a kink there. Get rid of it. So let's say I have 18 inches. I am going to put on 3 of these right up close to the elephant. These are Labrador, or not Labradorite. Why am I calling them that? Lapis lazuli. I think I called them Labradorite in the beginning of the video also. If I did, forgive me. Lapis lazuli. And I think now I'll use this light colored blue. Because I don't want that bright white right smack dab in the front. And I'm going to do 3 more. There we go. Now I am going to add I don't know if I want to put this yet. We'll see. I think so. I think it worked out pretty good. Now let's go 3 more. I'm going to use more of these than I thought I would. 2 and 3. I like that. let's open up these. Which color do I want? I like that, but I think this is more the color I'm going to use. So I'm going to unleash some of these. Hard to believe I have had these a year. It's not coming unknotted, so I'm just going to reach in here, give it a clip. I'll unknot that one later. And I'm going to get quite a few of these off. And then I'm just going to knot this back up because I don't want them to come off. So what are your guys' plans for this week and this weekend? Most of you know I have an event this weekend. I will probably, Alan's going to go down and help me. Probably not set up. He's not a morning person. But he is coming down about 9 o'clock when they open, so I have an extra hand because it does get busy. And I have found that I have a tendency to draw quite a few people. You know what? I'm going to use some let's see how these look. I do have some smaller ones. These may be too big for these beads or too, yeah, I don't like the way they look. Let's go smaller. They just don't look right by themselves. I like that. Adding more of that metal in. And there we go. I'm going to go with a white. Nope, too much white, too much. And then I think I'm just going to do a segment of another blue. And you don't have to put bead caps on every single bead. Let me go ahead and get a bunch of these out. Let me close my dish. I am liking this. Oops. I have butterfingers. I'm sorry, guys. And then I think I'm going to go and get more of these out. I'm using more of these than I thought I would. Come on, little guy. 1, 2, 3. Now let's try a white lava stone. That goes well. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do a bead cap, a light blue, bead cap. I'm going to throw a dark blue in there. Oh, that contrast is amazing. Bead cap, light blue, bead cap. I'm loving it. And then let's go back into I'm sorry about the struggles, guys. Trust me, I'm not liking it one bit. One. Oh my goodness. Two. Three. White. One. Oh dear Lord. Two. There we go. Three. And then I think I'll do another one of these. So it's a bead cap. Blue. Bead cap. Blue. It looks awful thick. Bead cap. Blue. Bead cap. So the center ones are not getting bead caps put on them. I love how that looks. And I think I'm going to do one more segment of just the blue. One. Two. Three. And because I like to end with silver, with a metal bead, I'm going to get some of these out. 1, 2, 3. I got out 6. That's perfect. I'm going to put on 3 silver. 1, 2, 3. So there is my pattern. I really like it. It looks nice. We're going to do that in reverse, going the other way. I won't keep you for it, and I'll pause you and I'll bring you back. I wanted to show you when I get ready to do my pattern the other way and I'm off camera, I will literally sit down and look at what I've got on one way, and I will reverse that pattern and I will lay it out. And usually I don't mess it up, but I'm always double checking as I go just to make sure. Like I'll stop here and make sure that I have everything, you know, in line, the right colors where they're supposed to be, and double check everything. Okay, so my second side is strung. Get that little piece from the cutting the wire, and it's all done. I'm going to hold it up to the first side, and this is where we check everything. Make sure everything lines up. Double check the direction of all the bead caps. Everything looks good. So now we can go ahead and crimp this off. I am going to use my new crimp beads, if I can figure out where I put them. I set something on top of them. These are like the Stop It beads from Bead Box Bargains, but I got them from Amazon. I got 100 of each, the silver and the gold. I'm simply going to put them on, and I am going to put on this side, I am putting on my, oops, wait a second, I'm doing this wrong. I still need to add my chain, so we need to figure out how long this is. I'm holding it up to myself. We really don't need too much chain. I will measure this. So let's lay this out here and measure it. I know I laid my tape measure down. So it is 13.5 inches. So I only need to make this 22 inches, 13 and 8. By the time I add the jump rings, it's going to be 14 inches. So I need 8 inches of chain. I have 2 pieces left over. I think this is about 8 inches. Let's see. Okay, do I have 8 inches there? I have 6.5. I really don't want to cut and make more of a mess out of chain. So there is 4 inches. I guess we're going to cut 4 inches off from that one. So we're going to cut right there. Oops, that went flying. Sorry, guys. So I have my 2 lengths of chain, and we are going to crimp right onto that chain. So I'm putting my stop bead on, and I'm putting an end of my chain on. I'm going to come back through my stop bead, and through at least one of these, probably 2 if I can get it through there without me having to fuss. There we go. That gives me something to anchor on. And I'm going to pull it down. This is the first side of the necklace, so I'm not worried about that space. I just want to make sure that I have just a tiny bit here for this chain to ride on. The blue is an added bonus. That's why I like to match my jewelry with my chain. We're taking our crimp tool and we're going to put it in that last divot, the big one. We're going to rest it with the plunger up. And then I'm going to squeeze. Whoops, I let it slip. So I have to readjust that wire a little bit. That was me being fumble fingers. I don't know why I'm shaking so bad today. I need to stop shaking. And then squeeze. I'm going to come down here, put it in that last little divot and squeeze again to make sure he goes all the way down. And you can feel that there's no play there. And I still have room for the chain to go up and down. And when I go, I'm going to go ahead and trim this extra wire off. We don't need it in our way. Push up against that bead, give it a trim, and it's gone. Get that out of the way, get the beads out of our way. And we're just going to give these all a nice little helping hand, making sure that they swirl around. We're going to grab one more stop-it bead. Should have just gotten 2 out and then it would have been fine. And we're going to put it on my fingers. Good Lord. And we're going to put our chain on. This side is going to be a little different. We're going to put it through the stop-it bead, through a couple of these metal spacers. I'm going to grab that end and I'm going to pull this all down. I don't want just a tiny little bit sticking out. I want to make sure that everything is down where it needs to be. I don't want any spaces. And then I'm going to hold the chain. I'm going to hold my tail. And I'm sorry about the shaking. I'm going to put that stop-it bead in that last divot. And I'm going to squeeze down. And then I'm going to put it in the small one at the end. Get it to stay standing upright. I'm sorry, I'm fiddling with this so much, guys. There we go. Oh, it didn't go down. And it's not snug. I'm sorry. Try it again. And it's me, guys. I'm shaking so bad that I'm not doing it right. There we go. Tug test. Everything's snug. We're going to go ahead and trim this. And let's go ahead and put our clasps. And I thought I had a 6mm out. I did not get it out. It's right here. Alright, let's put our clasping on this necklace. We don't need that. We need these. Don't need that wire. We're going to put a 6mm on for the lobster to clasp into. Open it. Drop it down. And close it. I am double checking all my closures, guys. Good. Open. Slide on my chain. Put on my lobster. And we're going to close this. Give it a hug. Check that. It's good. And we are finally done. I am so sorry it took so long. There we go. I think he is adorable. Let's get these tools out of the way because they're kind of in the way of how he looks. He is so sweet, guys. I love it. All right, let me get all of the pieces we just made together. Okay, everybody, I have all 3 pieces that I made together. The butterflies were an epic fail. They'll be great as just a dangle on something, you know, unless I can figure out how without using, I guess we could wire them onto a necklace. We might do that. We just might do that. That's an idea. Or a bracelet. There's another idea. Um, that might be a coming up video. So guys, I love these. I love these little bats. I love how this turned out. The metal on that necklace kept the flow of the whole theme of it not having beads, but yet it was beaded. It gave it something. I think it turned out adorable. Guys, thank you for hanging out with me through the trials and errors. I am trying to get my hands to do what I want them to do again, and my vision is just, that depth is just not 100%. So I hope you guys continue to hang out with me. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to all of you in the comments below. Bye, everybody.